CEO of UICH Berlin. Ralph is the founder of UICH Berlin, an independent eyewear labeling producing frames exclusively in its own workshops in Berlin. In the nearly 2 decades since its creation, UICH Berlin has picked up over 20 design awards from all over the world and is sold in over 60 countries. Ralph has been described as inspiring, refreshing, a visionary, and intellectual and artistic. From this list, one can easily discern that this is a unique individual and company. One of Ralph's personal passions is singing, and it has overflowed into his company as a come-as-you-are choir held the first hour of the work week. Perpetually on the move, Ralph doesn't have an office or even a desk he can call his own. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming Ralph Anderl.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much that you invited me, that I can speak for such an amazing international audience. Basically, always my dream. I basically studied culture science. I basically come from a little town in the north of Germany, always with rain, always with gray clouds. It's called Oldenburg. Very nice to grow up at. I don't want to be negative about it. It's a perfect place to grow up, but then it's good also to be in Berlin. And it was always one of my dreams to become conductor, pope, or professor. Finally, I'm a sheet metal salesman, but I'm lucky to be here on the stage and to give you a little story about a very Berlinish company. First, I want to tell you how is the connection to your group? How did it came up? What is the secret that I'm being invited here? I think the secret is that we contacted the concierge of Berlin to convince them that they should recommend our company to customers for a nice visit. Because one of our ideas is that we have an open factory. Our factory is in Berlin. We really produce in here, not somewhere else. And one of our marketing ideas is to get customers in that they can see how the glasses are being made. It is, I always say, we investing a lot of money into the quality of the product, not so much in the funny marketing. And the marketing is that we need people like you, at the end of the day, of course, worldwide, but specifically in Berlin, that customers are asking for something special, that the customers are descended to the UICH Berlin factory. And we had a very nice story, and very bad with names, but this guy must have been very famous. It was an actor who came to our production at our factory by recommendation of a concierge from Berlin. And things like that are important for us. So this little introduction why I came here, I want to give you a little background of the company, how everything started, because it's a very Berlin company. You can follow, this is the UICH Berlin box. If you take it now, I mean the most important thing is that you have a rough idea about the product. So if you taking out this little box here, then you have a mini version of our product, and you can see also the fascination of the technique. If you make it, even with so here we are. This is the animal version of our glasses. As you know, mouses have very bad eyes in many cases, and we are also taking care for the animals of Berlin or worldwide. So this is to give you an idea of our product, because this is more or less, these are more or less the glasses we are producing. They are just in a very small scale. And the fascinating aspect is the hinge. It's a screwless hinge, and you can see it's very, very flexible. And it's very, I mean, animals are always moving like crazy, so it's very, very perfect for them. But also if you use it in a bigger scale, it's also very useful for human beings. And this is also the starting point. of the story, the fascination for the technique and the idea to do something very, very simple. To do something which is following the idea of the sheet metal, not to do screws, not to glue something, just to listen to what is the sheet metal telling us, how shall we do an inch out of that. This was the idea of two of my friends who started this design experience in university, and they wanted to do something which young people maybe wanted to always to sell this idea to a serious glasses company to make money with that, because they said it's much too difficult to do our own company. As we know these days, everything is so complex, it is so difficult to get a patent. In Germany, for all the international people, it's not so much in fashion to start a company. For example, my parents were super skeptical, they want me to become a teacher or something serious. And to do something like a business is not so much, it's more that people do comments like, a friend of mine did something, now he went into bankruptcy, he's almost in prison. Ralph, what did you do? You studied culture science, now you want to do something with glasses, this is completely dangerous. And in the United States, with these very expensive lawsuits, be careful with that. So in Germany, it's not so much, it's more difficult here, but even more if you have no clue about it. So my background is, I studied culture science. I spent most of the time here in the direct neighborhood in the library of Berlin, reading books, writing my thesis, my PhD about breakdown of culture. Basically the idea was my wife, she was a lawyer, that means she kept earning the money, and the plan was that I would read and write books and raise the kids. In this situation, my friends studying design came and asked if they could use my head to do some funky pictures for the South German boring glasses producers, to give them a feeling of this craziness of Berlin. So we went to a supermarket, did these pictures, I saw these glasses first time and said, no, don't go to South, don't go to Pforzheim, the name of the city is Pforzheim. Like the sound is like the city, Pforzheim. And I said, don't go to Pforzheim, stay here in Berlin. So they were not convinced. They said, Ralph, you're a nice guy, you have a nice gold head, but we don't think that you are a good businessman or a good whatever. Thank you very much and goodbye. And luckily, the man from Pforzheim didn't understand the power. He said, there are no screws, so it's useless. Glasses and screws, not such a crazy hinge. So they come back, and it was the starting sign of the company, because they had no other plan than me, and we did it by opening the yellow page. We didn't ask their concierge, maybe also helpful to say, to go to the Artman and ask, we want to do some glasses, can you help me? Maybe also a service which would have been nice to us. So we opened the yellow pages and start from point zero. In a way, it was connected with my PhD, because one of these aspects of breakdown of culture is that young people have too many choices. Everything seems to be so dangerous and difficult that young people better stay at home and do nothing. It was basically the same situation with me and my colleagues, but I was saying, no, we have to do something, otherwise we stuck, and the new things never make it. So we were relatively fearless, because I said, what's the worst case? They won't kill us, we don't go to prison, maybe the worst is bankruptcy maybe, but this even wasn't so much creating fear to me. So what to do? We had no money in the 90s, it wasn't very high, but it was not a glasses company in Berlin. Wow, that's really innovative. So we didn't receive money at all from nobody, except from two actors. Because this was one of the ideas. I sent letters to 9 famous actors saying, hello, we are 3 young boys from Berlin. We need your face to do pictures, to get some articles in newspapers, because it's better if you show you than if you show me as experienced previous show with the guy from Pforzheim. Luckily, two actors sent an answer. Corinna Harford and Peter Lohmeier in Germany, relatively famous actors in the 90s that were really on top. And they came. I was living in a fourth floor backyard apartment in Charlottenburg. They were really surprised because they didn't read the letter so, how to say, so clearly. So they were, what's going on here? This is not a company, it's not a shop, what is it? And I said, well, yeah, this is my apartment, and what do you want to drink? Do you want to drink coffee or orange juice? Both, and I was really almost doing everything at once. So they were going to my little library, seeing, oh, he's reading books. And we start talking about 2 hours about my PhD, which is a very nice introduction. And finally I also did some pictures with them, and it was a very positive start. We kind of fall in love with each other. We asked them, of course, for the pictures as well as if they can promote us. Means, can you maybe wear the glasses in your next movie? Can you wear the glasses if you go to a talk show in the German TV? And they did everything. Corinna Harford was wearing the glasses in a movie which was on the Berlinale, the German movie in the Berlinale. Peter Lohmeier was in a talk show and getting the glasses out of his paper bag and saying, and by the way, I want to promote the glasses of my friends from Berlin. So that worked very fantastic. So because they already worked for us, we did the second step. As you can imagine, we asked for money. If they helped us by advertising, why not asking to give money? And as you know, artists, actors have no idea about money. And they asked no stupid questions like investors maybe would do. They were just like, well, nice guys can lose money in the things the bankers telling us, but we also can lose the money directly with these 3 guys. And they gave us money, but really like in a movie. The first money we received from Peter Lohmeier was on an appointment in Berlin-Alexanderplatz, the station. He said, my train to Hamburg is going at 2 o'clock. Be there and get the money. It was 10,000 marks. I was standing there at 2 o'clock, nobody there. And 1 minute after 2 o'clock, a guy ran up the stairs, gave me an envelope and jumped to the plane and disappeared. And I went there with an envelope, checked it out and saw, wow, really 10,000 mark. So this worked. It was a very nice way of financing that. We asked them finally for more and more money, which they gave to us, and it was impossible to pay back. So we said, okay guys, if you give us a little more, you get some shares. So they become shareholders, and we were at that moment 5 shareholders in the company, and we had a first, on one hand, attention by media, and second, money to start the whole thing. We found out how to cut the sheet metal, how to put the lenses in. I heard about sales reps, which makes sense that you go to the opticians. These days I didn't have a driver's license, so I used my bicycle, which is the main tool. If you come from Oldenburg, you're born with a bicycle in between your legs. So I went to my bicycle. We start with just 1 glasses. I mean, we had 1 glass and no glasses, so we had 1 glass, 1 pair of glass, where we put several lenses in that, colorful lenses. It was a time of love parade. So orange, yellow, light blue, and I was on the bicycle going to this optician, and it was of course very untypical because I didn't have a big suitcase with all the collection. I was just very sweaty and showing my glasses and said, look at my glasses, you like it? And he was irritated, and to get rid of me, he said, well, yeah, nice, but there's a trade show in Cologne. Maybe you can go there, having a booth there. And I was very surprised. It's a trade show just for glasses. How crazy is that? I mean, as a normal person, you don't think about these things. And indeed, there was a trade show in Cologne, and as a young entrepreneur, I called them and said, hey guys, I need a trade booth for free. Can I have that? And of course, I received. We received our first trade booth and made the first international contact. We sold the first glasses, which was a complete nightmare for me. I was very bad in English, and I had no idea about glasses, so I had to combine those, talking about glass in English, to customers, the first customers from the States, from San Francisco. It was also very nice because we received this positive energy of American people saying, yeah, I like it, great, I love the glasses, can I have them? The Germans they always go to the trade booth and you see the glasses and you ask, can I help you? Thank you very much. Takes about 3 years. They always look. And if you survive 3 years, they might buy somewhere. This is a little bit the German technique. We are very strong from the beginning in Asia, Japan, Taiwan, America. These were the first movers. For us, of course, very, very hard, because we had also in our mind pattern, how to do the pattern in Asia. We heard about copying, but at the end of the day, it was just like also, I think it's just, we were convinced by nice faces and trusting immediately, because it was like, why shouldn't we sell our glasses to Taiwanese people or to Japanese people? The patent is going to work out at the end of the day. And this is one of these things. Starting the trade, starting the business, starting the production, totally nice, and having also the patent in mind. It was kind of funny, we went to the European Patent Office here in Kreuzberg, and we received the book, How to Get the European Patent. We were like, ha, very easy. Just write very kind of funny text for all these things. Later on, our patent lawyer was, oh my God, what did you do? This is completely useless. But luckily you could make it useful, and finally we received the European patent, and this patent lawyer, made a very strong career, and right now he's helping us a lot in the international question of patent. Yeah, but at the end of the day, everything worked out. We had this trade booth in Cologne. We learned that there is the most important trade show in Milano. This is a real international show. We were able, first of course, we sold them out many pieces. But then we went to Milano. Milano, we didn't receive the booth for free, so we had to do this selling out of the jacket thing. From the, I don't know, internationally, this children thing of like, do you want to buy an A? And I was like, we might have some sheet metal glasses. Let's go to the restaurant and can do business together. And it worked out relatively well, maybe too well, because the people from the show management, they said, what are you doing is illegal. There's please leave there immediately, otherwise you're bringing a problem. Luckily we knew another producer from Austria, and we can use his sofa, his shares to continue our business. And finally, the whole thing is about how important it is to communicate. We went to a party, and I was there at the bar with two older men, and glass is also an amazing product. You can always show the technique. Look, my temple is away. This is another thing, by the way, that you can take away the temple from the glass. You can do it with each and every glass. If you're going to try out, you just can break them, but here you can put it back. This is the big advance. You can do like this. This is always the Asian thing. If you didn't receive the chopstick, you can eat with the glasses, by the way. But also the key. Also like a key you can open. There is a movie, a Kubanian movie where the is opening. Because basically also your logo here, our yeah, so this is also, I showed this to these guys, and we went to the party to this, I showed to these two men, and the one was the manager of the trade show in Paris, the Silvo, and the other one was the main guy from the optical organization of France, and they said, well, you get a booth for free in Paris. So we went there, we received another big key. It was the Silvo d'Or, which is the prize for the best design, and this was then the key that the opticians were like, they received the design award, so they couldn't be completely crazy. That helped a lot, and as you can imagine, the production of the whole thing, it was a major issue to find that out, because we didn't, usually you design something, and you went to some producers and asked them if they could produce that. But in our case, we had to do everything with our own hands, because because this material wasn't known, wasn't used in the optical industry. So my two partners, very genius engineers, they built all the tools and everything for the glasses, which was very hard because the designers do production, you might already understand how difficult that is, because designers, they are not in production. They are, it should be like designing, handshake, production. And the designers, because it happened that they were like doing the mounting, and then they know, oh my God, I don't like the glass anymore. And then they throw them away. I was the guy who was communicating with the customers, and I said, they went in the beginning, we had half a year delivery time, which is, you can see, very long. I was thinking, wow, right now we can deliver, but then the designers didn't like the design anymore, and I had to again explain why it takes longer. Yeah, one other tool which was important for us was the subscription idea. That means we sold glasses to customers without delivering the glasses. First we said, here, take this piece of paper and give us the money, and in 3 months you're going to receive some glasses. This was also a very tensionful moment with my partners, because my partner said, are you completely crazy? We don't know if it's going to work. You already gave the glasses to the actors, and right now you're selling them, but we are not sure if it's going to work. I said, don't worry, in the worst case we're going to give back the money, but it's going to work. So we did that. We sold about 30 to 45 glasses, and at the end of the day it worked, and we had also some cash in our company and make the first orders. Yeah, so these are some little stories. If you take out the book, this 20 years book, the black book, you can see some pictures. If you are, I do it very old style, that you have something in your hands. I think that we learn it better, that you remember better than just watching it on the screen. Of course, we have an amazing presentation from there, but we just use the book that you are holding something in your hands. So you see the glasses dealer on page 1 with the glasses inside my suit. You see the golden silver on another page, and you see the first offices. You see the 3 founders there, and a mix of pictures which is about the production, about the company, about the first advertisement material. I think it's very much about Berlin, very much about the spirit of the city. With the time, I mean, I can talk very long, but if you just give me a sign that when I should stop, or this is a very amazing watch. 5 minutes left. 5 or 50 or 5 hours. 5 minutes. 10 minutes or 5 minutes. Okay. What is on my? Yeah, this is. I have some. Because in the beginning I said my biggest disaster was the speech from the school. And when I finished school, of course, also one of the students had to do a speech. And I thought, before somebody, a stupid guy, is doing that, I should do that. And I just had a very few notes on a piece of paper, because I thought I would be a genius and say everything. Then I went up to the stage, and my head became totally empty. And I was able to say nothing. It was a complete disaster for my parents. But so luckily I did something already here. What I was saying, I mean, we have to be very creative in marketing, because we have no money for these big campaigns. Because what I'm saying, we are investing into the quality of the product. Normally it's the other way around. You don't invest into the quality of the product because it's not useful. It should break, the temperature disappear, that the customers buy a new frame or a new product. We do the opposite. We do very high-end products, very useful products. They really have customers wearing them for 20 years, just changing the lenses. So what we're saying, we need these people like you, like ambassadors, coming to our factory, seeing that we are really producing in Berlin. And then I think, because it's also your experience, is better to be honest, this sympathetic contact to people than to bullshit people. So one of these things which is special, if you see an IC Berlin frame, And maybe right now you think, nice guy, I would like to call him later. The easy thing is all IC Berlin customers automatically receive my cell phone number of my one and only cell phone, because in each and every glasses we put my cell phone number. Questions call Ralph, and it's really funny, people calling, I mean, in case recently a guy from Hamburg called me and said, hey Ralph, I found your glasses. You lost them in front of the Alster house. Well, thank you very much, very kindly. It's not my glasses specifically. I'm the founder of the company, but I can help you send me a picture of the glass and put it on our webpage. Maybe somebody is calling. People calling, another thing is we have secret messages in our glasses. Very, very small secret messages. It's always like, whatever, blah 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 supports that and that. Coca-Cola supports a little game. We don't have a big budget, but we do something fun like IC Berlin supports good weather. IC Berlin supports milk chocolate. 150 different support things, very, very small, but customer really read that. Last weekend, a customer from New York called and said, well, I watched the Tuning Glass of my son, and I read, IC Berlin supports black people, what does it mean? And then I start explaining, and in the mini glass we don't have that, but if you find the IC Berlin glass in an optician, just go there, check out the frame and read my number and give me a call, then I can explain you the world, because basically I studied culture design, and I think time-wise it's better to...
Culture science is wonderful, and I think you've been opening up for questions. Any questions for Ralph? Any questions? Oh, here's one.
Between 300 and 2,500. The most expensive, the Uno, this is buffalo horn, they are 2,500. Also made in our workshop here in Berlin, but around 300 and 400 euro, including my phone number. It's super cheap. Yeah, that depends. I mean, we always package, but I mean, they're very cheap, but they last so long. I mean, this is really, you give to your kids, like they have the time from the watches. Basically, it's just borrowed from your kids' glasses.
So I heard that every Monday morning,
yeah,
you sing with your team. Can we have a sing together?
Yeah, we can. Yes, we can. If you want, there's not too bad. There's one very simple song from Beethoven, and I do it always when we have sales meetings in Asia. So this is good because nobody speaks German, and it's very easy. So you can really try that out. It is. The text is, in English it is, I ask you, please sing the C-Skala for me. It is, ich bitte dich, sing mir die C-Skala vor. That's the same. Ich bitte dich, please. Say, ich bitte dich. Super. Ich bitte dich, sing mir die C-Skala vor. Sing mir Allah vor. Super. Das Song ist, ich bitte dich, sing mir die C-Skala vor. And so on. I mean, next time, I promise we do it together, but seriously, I do you can also, if you go on iTunes, put my name in, you got these very sad and winter-style songs from Schubert. There is a recording, I may advertise that iTunes Ralph Anderl. It's a serious recording with the winter journey from Schubert, and indeed we are thinking in the company, and these things. We're also cooking in the company. You all are invited. Maybe also somewhere in this book or in this box you find my number, then make a reservation and we show you the company. Thank you very much. Wow, what a view. Wow. Nice. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you very, very much.